Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about most popular topic, that is cyber security. So, which is the third largest economy? USA, China, and after China, next, okay, coming to our country. So, global cybercrime damage costs $6 trillion a year, $500 billion a month, $115.4 billion a week, at $16.4 billion a day, $684.9 million an hour, $11.4 million a minute, and $1,90,000 a second. So here, these are all the figures that are predicted by 2021. So what is the importance of cyber security? As per Professor Jean Spafford, the only system which is truly secure is one which is switched off and unplugged, locked in a titanium safe, buried in a concrete bunker, and is surrounded by nerve gas and very highly paid armed guards. Even then, I would not stake my life on it. In security matters, there is nothing like absolute security. We are only trying to build comfort levels because security costs money and lack of it costs much more. Comfort level is a manifestation of efforts as well as a realization of their effectiveness and limitations. So the internet allows an attacker to work from anywhere on the planet. Risks caused by poor security knowledge and practice are identity theft, monetary theft, legal ramifications for yourself and your organization, sanctions or termination if policies are not followed. According to the SANS Institute, the top vectors for vulnerabilities available to a cyber criminal are web browser, IM clients, web applications, excessive user rights. What is cyber security? Cyber security is nothing but it refers to the body of technologies, processes and practices designed to protect networks, devices, programs and data from attack, damage or unauthorized access. See, for example, $1 trillion has been spent over the past 7 years on cyber security, with 95% success for the attackers. So 46% say that they can't prevent attackers from breaking into internal networks each time it is attempted. 100% of chief investigation officers believe a breach will occur through a successful phishing attack in next 12 months. Enterprises have seen a 26% increase in security incidents despite increasing budgets by 9%. So, if you see the cyber security, by 2022, the last year, the global cyber security workforce shortage is projected to reach upwards of 1.8 million unfilled positions. Did you know the cost for cyber security will rise up to $6 trillion last 2 years? 1 in 36 mobile devices had high risk apps installed. 33% of mobile ransomware infections increased from 2017. 27% of Microsoft Office 365 users were the top targets of phishing involving BEC scams. Cybersecurity is nothing but safety. Security. We must protect our computers and data in the same way that we secure the doors to our homes. Safety. We must behave in ways that protect us against risks and threats that come with technology. Cybersecurity domains, we can see how it is having its branches, whether that have been We can see cybersecurity domains. There are a lot of cybersecurity domains, framework and standards. Okay, threat intelligence, external, internal, contextual. Okay, next user education, training, new skills, awareness, reinforcement, and next career development, certification courses are there, training courses, conferences, peer groups, self-study, security operation we can see in the detection, protection, recovery, prevention, active defense, data leakage, incident response, vulnerability management, breach notification, containment, eradication, security engineering we have, network design, secure application development, system integration, cryptography, security architecture, access control, data protection, federated identity, cloud security, identity management, privileged access management, identity and access management. You can also see the governance, what are the laws and regulations, audit, executive management involvement, companies written, supervisory procedures, what are the compliance and enforcement, guidelines, standards, procedures, policies, federal, state, industry specific, what are the third party risks, coming to the risk assessment, vulnerability scams, fourth party risks, source code scan, black box, white box, data centric risk assessment, penetration test, blue team, red team, social engineering, application, infrastructure, whatnot, data flow map, data center risk assessment. The cyber security domains are very vast indeed. So now if you see carefully, observe here, this is a false sense of security. Before a jewelry shop, we can see the original security personnel is sleeping in the chair. But he put a big picture where stating that a person is standing with the armed personnel. So even the best security system only functions when it is activated. Okay, this is a false sense of security, making false. What is a secure system? CIA Triad. So according to CIA Triad, what is a security system? Security system is confidentiality, integrity, availability. Confidentiality means restrict access to authorized individuals. Integrity, data has not been altered in an unauthorized manner. Availability, information can be accessed and modified by authorized individuals in an appropriate time frame. So, confidentiality, protecting the information from unauthorized access and disclosure. Examples, criminal steals customers' usernames, passwords or credit card information. Next, coming to integrity, protecting information from unauthorized modification. Example, someone alters payroll information, that is nothing but salary, or a proposed product design. Next, availability, preventing disruption in how information is accessed. Example, your customers are unable to access your online services. What are the threats and vulnerabilities we have? What are we protecting our and our stakeholders' information from? Threats, any circumstances or events that can potentially harm an information system by destroying it, disclosing the information stored on the system, adversely modifying data, or making the system unavailable. Vulnerabilities, weakness is an information system or its components that could be exploited. What kinds of threats are there? Phishing and spear phishing, social attacks, engineering scams, common malware and ransomware, business email compromise, fake websites that steal data or infect devices, and much more. What is phishing? Phishing refers to the practice of creating fake emails or SMS that appear to come from someone you trust, such as bank, credit card company, popular websites. The email or SMS will ask you to confirm your account details or your vendor's account details and then direct you to a website that looks just like the real website but whose sole purpose is for steal information. Of course, if you enter your information, a cyber criminal could use it to steal your identity and possibly make fraudulent purchases with your money. So here we can see mass scale phishing, attack where fraudsters cast a wide net of attacks that are not highly targeted. Next, spear phishing, tailored to a specific victim or group of victims using personal details. Whaling, specialized type of spear phishing that targets a big victim within a company, example CEO, CFO or other executives. Phishing statistics, you can see here Verizon DBIR 2020. Phishing is the biggest cyber threat for SMBs, accounting for 30% of SMB breaches. NOBI 4, according to that, 37.9% of untrained users fail phishing tests. 84% of SMBs are targeted by phishing attacks. You can see how much vulnerable the websites. A new phishing site launches every 20 seconds. You can understand how much damage they are going to create. Every 20 seconds a new phishing site is launched. 74% of all phishing websites are using the HTTPS. So we are saying that HTTPS is security, S is security, but 74% of all phishing websites are using that HTTPS. 94% of malware is delivered via email. See, we are opting the emails for security purpose, but via those emails only we are getting the malware, 94%. So you can estimate how this people are using these emails. Next you can see example of phishing. It is clearly shown here. Google. It is going to say important notice, your password will expire in 1 day. So here we are going to get a mail. That means this from my university. That is, you can see that they are also using very popular websites. Through that name only we are going to get email. Okay, we will suppose we are going to think that really it is from my university and see what is the message they have given. Dear network user, this email is meant to inform you that your my university network password will expire in 24 hours. Please follow the link below to update your password. If you go through that link and if you open the link, automatically your credentials will be stolen. Social engineering. When attempting to steal information or a person's identity, a hacker will often try to trick you into giving out sensitive information rather than breaking into your computer. Social engineering can happen over the phone, by text message, instant message, email. Malware. Malware is nothing but malicious software. Malware is any kind of unwanted software that is installed without your consent on your computer and other digital devices such as mobiles. Viruses, worms, Trojan horses, bombs, spyware, adware, ransomware are subgroups of malware. What is a virus? A virus tries to infect a carrier, which in turn relies on the carrier to spread the virus around. A computer virus is a program that can replicate itself and spread from one computer to another. If you can see here, direct infection. Virus can infect files every time a user opens that specific infected program, document or file. Fast infection is when a virus infects any file that is accessed by the program that is infected. Slow infection is when the virus infects any new or modified program, file or document. Great way to trick a antivirus program. Sparse infection is the process of randomly infecting files etc. on the computer. RAM resident infection is when the infection buries itself in your computer's random access memory. Bombs. What are logic bombs? Logic bombs is programming code that is designed to execute or explode when a certain condition is reached. Most of the time it goes off when a certain time is reached or a program fails to execute. But these bombs wait for a triggered event to happen. Most common use of this is in the financial and business world. Most IT employees call this the disgruntled employee syndrome. Trojans. Trojan horse is a program or software designed to look like a useful or legitimate file. Once the program is installed and opened, it steals information or deletes data. Trojan horses compared to other types of malware is that it usually runs only once and then is done functioning. Some create backdoor effects. Another distribution of Trojans is by infecting a server that hosts websites. Downfall of Trojans, very reliant on the user. Worms. Worms and viruses get interchanged commonly in the media. In reality, a worm is more dangerous than a virus. User propagation versus self-propagation. Worm is designed to replicate itself and disperse throughout the user's network. Email worms and internet worms are the two most common worms. Email worm goes into a user's contact or address book and chooses every user in that contact list. It then copies itself and puts itself into an attachment. Then the user will open the attachment and the process will start over again. Example, I love you worm. Internet worms. An internet worm is designed to be conspicuous to the user. The worm scans the computer for open internet ports that the worm can download itself into the computer. Once inside the computer, the worm scans the internet to infect more computers. Zombie and botnet. Secretly takes over another networked computer by exploiting software flaws. It builds the compromised computers into a zombie network or botnet, a collection of compromised machines running programs, usually referred to as worms, Trojan horses, or backdoors under a common command and control infrastructure. Users indirectly launch attacks. Denial of service attacks, phishing, spamming, all these come under this. Next, what is adware and spyware? Adware is a type of malware designed to display advertisements in the user's software. They can be designed to be harmless or harmful. The adware gathers information on what the user searches the World Wide Web for. With this gathered information, it displays ads corresponding to information collected. Spyware is like adware, it spies on the user to see what information it can collect off the user's computer to display pop ads on the user's computer. Spyware, unlike adware, likes to use memory from programs running in the background of the computer to keep close watch on the user. This most often clogs up the computer, causing the program or computer to slow down and become unfunctional. So here we can see the exploit kit. It consists for contact, first normal website, and it will redirect to the malicious advertisement. From there, traffic detection system. Compromised website will be coming traffic direction system, and spammer link will be coming to our mail or our mobile through the SMS. It will exploit server kit and infect. The infection will be from the ransomware, banking trojan or malware. Identity theft. Impersonation by private information. Thief can become the victim. Reported incidents rising. Methods of stealing information are shoulder surfing, snagging, dumpster diving, social engineering, high-tech methods. Loss of privacy. Personal information is stored electronically. Purchases are stored in a database. Data is sold to other companies. Public records on the internet. Internet use is monitored and logged. None of these techniques are illegal. Denial of service attack, which is most popularly called as DOS attack. In the most common example of denial of service attacks, an attacker uses a network of hijacked computers. This network is used to flood the target site with phony server requests, leaving no bandwidth for legitimate traffic. Next, coming to ransomware. Ransomware is a type of malware that restricts your access to systems and files, typically by encryption, and then demands a ransom to restore access. Often, systems are infected by ransomware through a link in a malicious email. When the user clicks the link, the ransomware is downloaded to the user's computer, smartphone, or other device. Ransomware may spread through connected networks. So here see how this ransomware is going to have its roots. Initial access is RDP brute force, vulnerable internet facing system, weak application settings. Next, credential theft like mimikatch, LSA secrets, credential vault, credentials in plain text, abuse of service accounts, lateral movement, cobalt strike, WMI, abuse of management tools, PSX, persistence, new accounts, GPO changes, shadow IT tools, scheduled tasks, service registration, and payload. Coming to this first one, Robinhood, Mage, Ponyfail, Widget Loader, Reveal, Network. Top ransom vulnerabilities, RDP or virtual desktop endpoints without MFA. Citrix ADC systems affected by CVE 2019-19781. Pulse Secure VPN systems affected by CVE 2019-11510. Microsoft SharePoint servers affected by CVE 2019-0604. Microsoft Exchange servers affected by CVE 2020-0688. Zoho Managed Engine systems affected by CVE 2020-10189. Ransomware controls, weapons grade data backups, religious patch management, plan to fail well, incident response plan, know who to call, training and testing your people, don't open that email link attachment. Business or official email compromise. BEC is a big problem for you and your organization. Your email is compromised. Another employee of your organization is compromised. Almost always these emails fall into two categories: downloading and spreading additional malware automatically, urging the customer to perform a financial transaction immediately. Tips and tricks to share with customers. BEC made up half of cybercrime losses in 2019, $75K per scam. Standard phishing email awareness. Don't click links or download attachments. Pay attention to the email address. Enable MFA for business email accounts. So, business email compromise. Step 1. BEC stands for Business Email Compromise. In the first step, they identify a target. Organized crime group's target. European businesses and US business exploiting information available online to develop a profile on the company and its executives. When the step 2 grooming will be happening, that means here spear phishing emails or telephone call target to victim company officials, typically in an individual identified in the finance department. Perceptors use persuasion and pressure to manipulate and exploit the particular thing. Grooming may occur over a few days or weeks. The third step, exchange of information will be done. The victim is convinced he or she is conducting a legitimate business transaction. Okay. And the final step, wire transfer. The wire transfer wherein which everything will be lost. One crime, many names. Business email compromise. BEC can go by different names. Beware of them all. Okay, CEO fraud or CEO impersonation can be done. Man in the email scam. Employee account compromise. Bogus invoice scheme. So COVID-19 had made the path for cyber crime. COVID-19 cyber threats. Fake oximeter app has been most popularly available. We have seen that, okay, oximeter app is there by which you can measure the oxygen levels, etc. That fake oximeter app is used to steal your mobile data. Next, OTP fraud call. Okay, so they will be asking you, okay, we are going to make the test free, everything free, so please can I have your OTP. They will send a message. Okay, when you say your OTP, everything is lost. COVID-19 cyber threats. So due to the coronavirus pandemic worldwide, Netflix is giving some free pass for their platform during the period of isolation. Run on the site cause it will end quick. So this is a fake message, Netflix. So this is a message which is received from one of my closest associates, and I know it's time to address to things like this, because if he can deceive, anyone can then, especially in this period of COVID, everyone is offering things for people. This is one of cyber attack. So World Health Organization, DSR, go through the attached document on safety measures regarding the spreading of coronavirus. Click on the button below to download safety measure. When you download that particular button, when you click on that particular button, then automatically you will be losing everything. So here, dear all, in response to the current COVID-19 pandemic, XYZ Inclusive has formulated disease management guidelines to protect its employees. Please find attached the policy document which contains COVID-19 related information and safety measures to be followed by all employees. It is mandatory for everyone to read the document and sign the undertaking before 1st April 2020. This is policy document. When you click that, it will be automatically going to some other malware. So during this COVID-19, lot of cyber threats have been happened. Google 18 plus million COVID-19 emails in just 1 week, in addition to 240 million daily COVID-19 spam messages. Phishing up 667% right now. FBI, IC3, they have 4 times complaints per day. 1K before COVID-19, now during that pandemic, 3K to 4K complaints have been received by the FBI. 148% spike in ransomware attacks due to COVID-19. 30% to 40% increase in attacker interest relating to RDP as measured by Shodan. 26% increase in e-com web skimming in March. Healthcare, financial services, medical suppliers, manufacturing, government and media outlets all seeing a large increase in cyber threats. What is a cybercrime? Cybercrime is a generic term that refers to all criminal activities done using the medium of communication devices, computers, mobile phones, tabs, etc. It can be categorized in three ways. The computer as a target, attacking the computers of others. The computer as a weapon, using a computer to commit traditional crime that we see in the physical world. The computer as an accessory, using a computer as a fancy filing cabinet to store illegal or stolen information. Types of cybercrime: online scams, identity theft, botnets, cyber stacking, social engineering, flood attacks, potentially unwanted programs, exploit kits, phishing attacks, illegal content. 5 types of cyber criminals we are having: the social engineer, the spear fisher, the hacker, the rogue employee, the ransom artist. How do you look like to bad guys? Hello, my name is 66.233.160.64. So hacking, financial, theft, fraud, blackmail, political, state level or military, fame, kudos, fun for status, hacktivism, cause, pen testers, legal hacking, police, insider, business. Why hackers hack? What are the motives behind cyber attacks? You can see data breaches will be happening by pattern and motive. You can see a lot of things are going to happen. Who is going to be behind these data breaches? Which hat you want to wear? Black hat, grey hat, white hat. Ethical hacking skills. System hacking. System hacking is a vast subject that consists of hacking the different software-based technological systems such as laptops, desktops, etc. System hacking is defined as the compromise of computer systems and software to access the target computer and steal or misuse their sensitive information. Here, the malicious hacker exploits the weakness in a computer system or network to gain unauthorized access to its data or take illegal advantage. Hackers generally use viruses, malware, trojans, worms, phishing techniques, email spamming, social engineering, exploit operating system vulnerabilities or port vulnerabilities to access any victim system. Cybercrime as a service. The rise of cybercrime as a service. Cybercrime as a service is a top threat. Exploit kits, toolkits for hire that make cybercrime easier by automating the creation and delivery of malware remain the biggest threat. They account for 50% of the index. Cybercrime as a service. See here you can see the Bitcoin nowadays service, hacking web server, VPS or hosting, setting up keylogger, DDoS, hacking personal computer, hacking cell phones, email hacking, social media account hacking, change school grades, FUD ransomware plus decryptor. How much it costs? How many US dollars we are losing? You can understand. So web, deep web and dark web. Here the most popular terminology coming to the cyber security is what is web, deep web and dark web. Here you can see dark web, onion sites, hidden marketplaces, anonymous journalism. Deep web means cloud storage, patent data, research articles, legal documents, financial records, etc. Surface web, Google, Yahoo, Naver, Yandex, Wikipedia, Reddit. 5% you can see. Global cyber security trends is the next wave that we have. Recent studies reveal 3 major findings. Growing threat to national security. Web espionage becomes increasingly advanced, moving from curiosity to well-funded and well-organized operations aimed at not only financial but also political or technical gain. Increasing threat to online services, affecting individuals and industry because of growth of sophistication of attack techniques. Emergence of sophisticated market for software flaws that can be used to carry out espionage and attacks on government and critical information infrastructure. Findings indicate a blurred line between legal and illegal sales of software vulnerabilities. Mischievous activities in cyberspace have expanded from novice geeks to organized criminal gangs that are going high-tech. Attacks today are automated. It's not some dude sitting at his hacker desk all day typing out ping commands to IP addresses via the command prompt manual. It's being automated. What does a cybersecurity professional look like? See here, we have a cartoon here. You dude back here. What will the warrior guardian of the future look like? A cybersecurity hacker. See how he is relaxing by sitting with a laptop and doing nonsense. What does a cybersecurity professional look like? In reality, Eugen Kaspersky, CEO of Kaspersky Labs, $1.1 billion. James Lane, CTO, Chief Technical Officer of SaaS. David Lurch, founder OpenDNS. Katie Mosrose, Microsoft Bug Bounty Creator. Erin Jacobs, CSO at UCB Financial Services. Dr. Lara Togo, MD. So how we protect information? People. Coming to the people, training should be given. Education should be given. Awareness should be created among the people. Repetition and process. Governance should be there. Proper systematic governance, oversight, policy should be framed in such a manner that the cyber attacks cannot be happen. Reporting, technology, firewalls should be adopted. IDS, ISP, SIEM, anti-malware, strong passwords, logging, monitoring. Which is the weakest link? Social engineering, best practices. Use your security spider sense. Always validate requests for information if you are not 1,00,000% sure. Call a number you know, Google it. Always ask questions. Is this who I think it is for sure? Did someone mention this to me personally, or was it discussed at a staff meeting? Is this the first I am hearing about this? BEC Best Practices. Avoid using free web-based email for business. Not only less professional but easier to hack, typo squat or spoof. Domains and email addresses are cheap, especially compared to BEC. Register similar domains to yours to prevent typo squatting. Example, delaplex.com versus delaplex.com. Be careful about the information you share on your website or social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, about job duties or positions, especially for positions with the transactional or purchasing authority. Think throughout of office email response. Sanju on the art of war. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. These are the famous quotes given by Sanju on the famous book The Art of War. What is footprinting? Definition is the gathering of information about a potential system or network, the fine art of gathering target information. Attacker's point of view. Identify potential target systems. Identify which types of attacks may be useful on target systems. Defender's point of view. Know available tools. May be able to tell if system is being footprinted. Be more prepared for possible attack. Vulnerability analysis. Know what information you are giving away. What weaknesses you have. System. If you see local system or remote system. IP address, name and domain, what is the operating system used, type, whether it is Windows, Linux, Solaris or Mac, what is the type of version, XP, Vista, 7, 10, Red Hat, Fedora, SUSE, Ubuntu, OS X, usernames, their passwords, file structure, open ports, what services programs are running on the system, networks or enterprises, system information for all hosts, network topology, gateways, firewalls, overall topology, network traffic information, specialized servers, web database, FTP, email, etc. Social media. Vulnerability scanner will be there. Functions of vulnerability scanner are far different from firewall or intrusion detection system. Vulnerability scanning tools helps you in protecting your organization from any kind of security risk or threats by scanning with deep inspection of endpoints to ensure that they are configured securely and correctly. What is the prime aim of running a vulnerability scanner? It is to identify the devices that are open for vulnerabilities. What are types of vulnerability scanner? Port scanner, network vulnerability scanner, web application security scanner, database security scanner, host-based vulnerability scanner, ERP security scanner, single vulnerability test. Virus detection. Simple antivirus scanners look for signatures, fragments of known virus code. Heuristics for recognizing code associated with viruses. Example, polymorphic viruses often use decryption loops, integrity checking to detect file modifications, keep track of file sizes, checksums, keyed HMACs of contents, generic decryption and emulation, emulate CPU execution for a few hundred instructions, recognize known virus body after it has been decrypted. Does not work very well against viruses with mutating bodies and viruses not located near beginning of infected executable. Cybersecurity and privacy starts and ends with us. Commit to a disciplined practice of information security and continue to refresh yourself so you don't become a point of vulnerability in your security defenses. Summary. Finally, I want to conclude, ride the train, don't jump in front of it. Cybersecurity will require a significant workforce with deep domain knowledge. Almost everything is hooked up to the internet in some sort of form. Recent events have widened the eyes of many security experts. The ability to gain access to high security organizations, infrastructures or mainframes has frightened many people. Could one click of the mouse start Third World War? Thank you. Thank you everyone. Hope you all benefited from this useful session on cybersecurity. Thank you.